Hi, I'm Sarah Jane Bedwell, registered dietitian and food blogger. Welcome to my kitchen. Today, I would like to share a story with you that is very close to my heart. When I was a little girl, my granddaddy had a heart attack. Thankfully, he survived, but the doctor told him and my grandmother that he would have to change the way he was eating if he wanted to live much longer. Nearly 30 years later, he is still alive thanks in a large part to my grandmother changing the way she cooked. Raised in Middle Tennessee, my grandmother's style of cooking was decidedly Southern, full of biscuits, cornbread, and my grandfather's favorite, rich desserts. However, after the heart attack, my grandmother retaught herself how to cook the Southern classics in a healthier way. In this recipe for Buttermilk Biscuits, I use some of her heart-healthy baking techniques. I make the biscuits with 100% heart-healthy canola oil and whole grain pastry flour, which makes them just as fluffy and tasty as traditional biscuits, but with less saturated fat and more fiber. My grandmother is my inspiration when it comes to cooking and baking because she doesn't just cook healthy foods, she cooks healthy foods full of flavor. I think that you will find that these biscuits fit that description. So let's get started. First, preheat your oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Then sift 1 cup each whole grain pastry flour and all-purpose flour into a large bowl, as I have done here. Next, you'll mix 1 tablespoon baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon baking soda, and 1/2 teaspoon salt into the flour mixture with a wire whisk. Make a well in the center of the dry ingredient mixture and pour 4 tablespoons canola oil and 3/4 cup low-fat buttermilk into the center of the well. I'm using heart-healthy canola oil here in place of the traditional butter or lard to lower the total and saturated fat content while still preserving that perfect fluffy texture and decadent buttermilk flavor, since canola oil's neutral taste really lets that flavor shine. I use 100% canola oil and not just vegetable oil to guarantee low saturated fat content and high performance. That's because United States vegetable oil may be any number of oils such as soybean, sunflower, or corn. Canola oil has half the saturated fat of these oils, plus a higher heat tolerance, lighter texture, and milder flavor. All things that matter to me in baking. Now, we're going to stir the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients with a fork until the liquids are completely incorporated into the dry ingredients and it forms a ball of dough, like so. Then we're going to place that ball of biscuit dough onto a lightly floured surface like I have here and knead quickly about 10 times, but we don't want to overwork the dough or it would make the biscuits tough. Then we're going to roll it out on a floured rolling pin or pat it out with your hands if you don't have a rolling pin until it's about a 1/2 inch thick. Then we'll cut it into 12 circles with a floured biscuit cutter, or if you don't have a biscuit cutter, the rim of a small juice glass will work great. Then we're going to place the biscuits, just barely touching each other, into a 9-inch cake pan that's been lightly sprayed with cooking spray. And we'll finish them off by brushing the tops of the biscuits lightly with a little buttermilk. That will give them that beautiful golden brown color. We'll put them in our preheated oven, bake for 10 to 12 minutes or until lightly golden brown and cooked through. Serve warm, just like this. See how fluffy and delicious they look? Just like Grandma used to make. I'm Sarah Jane Bedwell. Thanks for joining me here in my kitchen today.